Picture a quintessential Christmas scene. Families gathering around a twinkling tree, laughter mingling with the soft notes of holiday music, and the air filled with the warmth of shared stories and traditions. It's that time of year when, around the world, the spirit of togetherness envelops everyone, creating memories that linger long after the snow has melted. And in these moments of joy and connection, there's a subtle yet enduring symbol that often finds its way into our hands and hearts: the gift card. Undoubtedly, these rectangular emblems of the Christmas spirit, transcending mere paper and ink, have become interwoven with the very essence of our Yuletide celebrations. Yet, for millions of homes across the United States, one family-owned business has become so embedded in the American cultural fabric that its company name alone is commonly used to describe the most treasured gift-giving moments. It is the Hallmark Card, a name that has become almost synonymous with the holidays themselves. Yet behind this series of familiar and comforting moments, there's a story that might surprise you. For more than 100 years, since 1907, the Hallmark empire has been owned by one family, the Halls. This old money dynasty, through their Hallmark cards, has been an unseen guest at our tables, a silent sharer in our joys, sorrows, and milestones. In today's episode, we share their whole story, from the snow-swept plains of Nebraska to the warming hearths of almost every American Christmas celebration, as we describe the Halls, the old money family who own Christmas. In a world where the rich are often seen as Scrooges, the Hall family, with their Santa bag-sized fortune, are the exception to the rule. As of 2023, they're sitting on a sleigh full of cash, with a net worth that many estimates say exceeds $2 billion, thanks to their entrepreneurial magic in real estate, technology, and the world of entertainment. Leading the festive parade is Patriarch Donald J. Hall, Jr., the chairman of the Hall Family Foundation and executive chairman of Hallmark. Yes, the people who make Christmas feel like, well, Christmas. Then there's family member and mega entrepreneur Bill Hall, a man who, after 51 years at Hallmark, decided to retire in 2020. And the family's investment strategy is more varied than a Christmas cookie platter. From the tech world's latest toys to their global real estate portfolio, the Halls have it all. And in the entertainment realm, the Hall family jingles all the way. Hallmark Cards, their flagship brand, celebrated 50 years of keepsake ornaments in 2023 with a range so special it could make Rudolph's nose glow with envy. Furthermore, their Hall Family Foundation is like Santa's bag of goodies for Kansas City, doling out support for education, health, and social welfare faster than reindeer on Christmas Eve. Additionally, their real estate portfolios as shiny as a new bauble, managed by Crown Center, an 85-acre winter wonderland, including Hallmark's HQ that is as lively as Santa's village, attracting 5 million visitors a year. However, unlike many of the old money families we've featured on this channel, the Halls didn't get their gift bags full of billions from a perennially essential industry, such as oil for the Rockefellers, or transportation like the Vanderbilts. In order to best understand how a dynasty formed in small-town Nebraska could rise to the absolute heights of media, philanthropy, and indeed the Christmas spirit itself, we must start at the very beginning of the family's rise, and introduce ourselves to a man named J.C. Hall. The roots of the monumental fortune of the Hall family, and thus the Hallmark business empire itself, begin with one Joyce Clyde Hall, better known as J.C. Hall. Born under humble auspices on the 29th of August 1891 in the small town of David City, Nebraska, J.C. was the son of George Nelson Hall, a preacher. Now, the childhood of J.C. Hall was shadowed by financial hardship, a challenge that only intensified with his father's untimely demise. Yet, the young Hall and his siblings rose to the occasion, contributing to their family's income. Post-school hours found J.C. assisting in his older brother's bookstore, an early hint of the family business acumen. Next, Hall's educational trail led him to Norfolk, Nebraska for high school, a path he left unfinished, captivated instead by the lure of entrepreneurship. Then, at a mere 17 years old, and foreshadowing the empire that was to come, J.C. dipped his toes into the business waters by selling postcards to neighbors. This venture would subsequently blossom into the Norfolk Postcard Company in 1907, with the budding entrepreneur Hall harnessing school breaks to expand his business, amassing a notable $3,500 in savings, equivalent to more than $100,000 today. And the year 1910 soon marked a significant chapter in JC's life. With ambitions far outreaching his financial means, he set foot in Kansas City, Missouri, armed only with 2 shoeboxes filled with postcards and a meager sum of money. Without enough to afford even a horse-drawn cab, JC trekked to his YMCA lodging on foot, and in Kansas City, JC's reputation as a postcard seller grew. From there, with his brother Rolly's partnership, the groundwork for Hallmark Cards Incorporated was established. But the Hallmark family saga quickly picks up steam in 1915, when a fire ravaged their office, leaving the brothers $17,000, or more than $550,000 $2023, in debt. Yet, instead of succumbing to despair, they persevered, shifting their focus to more intimate forms of communication. This foresight led to the offering of high-quality Valentine's and Christmas cards in envelopes, a move that quickly distinguished them in the market. Additionally, the acquisition of printing presses to produce their own cards marked a turning point. Specifically, innovation and growth were the hallmarks of Hallmark's early days, signaling the Hall brothers' ascendancy in the burgeoning greeting card industry. For example, JC and his brothers introduced what we now see as modern gift wrap in 1917, and the marketing strategies for their cards were equally forward-thinking, setting the stage for the company's enduring success. Next, the 1920s brought further personal growth for J.C. Hall. In 1921, he married Elizabeth Ann Dildy, a union that was not just a romantic relationship, but a partnership dedicated to family and community values. Together, they had 3 children, Elizabeth Ann Reed, Barbara Louise Marshall, and Donald Joyce Hall, thus ushering in a generation that would help build one of America's most iconic brands. However, it should be noted at this point in our story that the name Hallmark hadn't even been invented yet, and the organization the Hall family was building was still in its infancy. In the next chapter, we'll meet JC and his brothers at the pivotal moment when they decide to change the company name, and thus change the future of American business. The beginning of Hallmark Media's meteoric rise to the absolute pinnacle of the gift card market begins in 1928, when Joyce C. Hall, by then an entrepreneur with an eye for symbolism, adopted the Hallmark name. Specifically, this choice was inspired by the hallmarking tradition of 14th century London goldsmiths, a practice denoting excellence. And the selection of this name, fortuitously incorporating Hall's own surname, signified a commitment to quality that would become the brand's hallmark. Furthermore, in 1933, another watershed moment occurred when Hallmark introduced its first original card designs. Indeed, this was not merely a design overhaul, it represented a strategic shift from distributor to creator, a move that would redefine the company's trajectory. These early designs, distinguished by their creativity and quality, helped cement Hallmark's reputation as a leader in the greeting card domain. Further diversifying in 1940, Hallmark expanded its product offerings beyond greeting cards. This strategic diversification reflected not only an ambition to grow, but also an acute awareness of changing consumer demands. Then, in 1951, the Hall family turned their eyes toward dominating a developing technology that was just starting to change the world: television. Hallmark Hall of Fame, initially Hallmark Television Playhouse, emerged as a pioneering anthology program, sponsored by the Hallmark Cards brand. This venture marked the inception of the longest-running primetime series in television history, a journey that began over 7 decades ago and remarkably continues to this very day. And even the first premiere of Hallmark Television Playhouse on Christmas Eve 1951 on the NBC television network was a landmark event. It featured the debut of Amal and the Night Visitors, an opera written exclusively for the small screen, starring ballet dancer Nicholas Magallanes. Hosted by Sarah Churchill, the program started as a weekly half-hour show. In 1953, it underwent a rebranding, adopting the name Hallmark Hall of Fame. This move wasn't merely a change in title, it symbolized a major corporation's innovative use of television as a platform for product promotion, a strategy that proved immensely successful over the following years. Furthermore, the family's role in the Hallmark media empire is equally compelling. J.C. Hall, a self-made man who had surmounted the challenges of poverty and limited formal education, was the driving force behind the brand for over 5 decades. However, his 3 children also began assuming significant roles in the company in the middle of the 20th century. Donald J. Hall Sr. would succeed his father as CEO in 1966, continuing the family legacy. But J.C. Hall, never one to fully retire, remained active as chairman, his commitment unwavering until his passing. Simultaneously, the 1960s witnessed the ascendancy of Hallmark cards, incorporated as a greeting card behemoth. During this period, Hallmark captured over half of the market, a testament to its stronghold in an industry valued for its cultural and economic significance. This dominance was not solely attributed to market share. Hallmark's influence extended into the cultural fabric of the time, significantly shaped by its branding endeavors. For example, the slogan, "When you care enough to send the very best," introduced in 1944, had become deeply ingrained in the American psyche, striking a chord with the consumer base and becoming synonymous with the Hallmark brand itself. Soon, Hallmark expanded its range to include an array of items such as party supplies, books, candles, napkins, and toys. These were sold alongside traditional greeting cards, ensuring that Hallmark remained at the forefront of the industry by catering to a wider audience and adapting to evolving market trends. Furthermore, Hallmark's cultural impact was profound during this era. The company launched product lines targeting diverse demographics, including mahogany cards for African American customers and cards for Jewish and Hispanic communities. This inclusivity not only expanded Hallmark's market reach, but also reinforced its reputation as a brand that represents all Americans of any background. Additionally, Hallmark's collaboration with renowned artists like Salvador Dali in 1965 for a new greeting card series underscored its dedication to artistic excellence and quality, further solidifying its position as a cultural icon and market leader. However, while their domination of America's cultural zeitgeist was already clear by the end of the 60s, the Hall family and their empire was just getting warmed up when it comes to building a brand that was synonymous with Christmas itself. In 1966, Donald J. Hall took the reins of Hallmark Cards, succeeding his father, the aforementioned J.C. Hall. Embarking on an ambitious urban renewal project, Hallmark began acquiring properties near its headquarters, envisioning an innovative city-within-a-city concept. This vision materialized with the Crown Center, named after Hallmark's emblem following Kansas City's approval in 1967. Indeed, the Crown Center has since become a cultural beacon in Kansas City, transcending its role as a commercial complex to embody a fusion of community, creativity, and commerce. And a highlight of the Crown Center, one of the most enduring symbols of the Hall family's connection to Christmas, is the mayor's Christmas tree. Towering at 100 feet and adorned with over 7,000 white lights, it even eclipses renowned trees at the National Christmas Tree, Rockefeller Center, and the White House. In 1975, Hallmark Cards, already a household name in the greeting card domain, embarked on an enterprising journey with the introduction of a novel Christmas card line. This strategic move was not just another seasonal shift, but a significant deviation from its traditional offerings. The collection featured ornaments with a wood-carved appearance and several designs by the renowned artist Betsy Clark. Certainly, this marked the inception of a new era for Hallmark, aligning with the evolving tastes and preferences of a diverse customer base. And this venture proved to be a crucial moment, with the combination of unique designs striking a chord with consumers and heralding a newfound popularity for Hallmark's Christmas offerings. By 1980, Hallmark had clinched a commanding lead in the Christmas card market, overshadowing competitors and seizing more than half of the market share. Furthermore, in a strategic twist, Hallmark acquired Binney & Smith, the makers of the iconic Crayola brand crayons, in June 1984 for a hefty sum of $204 million. This move, unexpected by many, was hailed by analysts for its strategic fit and fair valuation. And in 1987, Binney & Smith was rechristened as Crayola, LLC, mirroring the fame of its flagship Crayola products. Indeed, American viewers can confirm that Crayola is yet another company in the Hallmark brand empire that has so much brand presence. It's common to hear children refer to crayons themselves as Crayolas. By the late 90s, Hallmark had embraced the digital era by launching interactive and digital products, including its first e-card service for Christmas. This marked another pivotal moment in Hallmark's business trajectory, adapting to the digital revolution and evolving consumer preferences. However, the most well-known example of Hallmark's push into the 21st century would come in 2001 with the launch of the Hallmark Channel, signifying a bold departure from Hallmark's traditional business model. Therefore, in the span of just 2 generations, the Hall family had gone from simple resellers of gift cards created by someone else to a veritable media empire. Let's check in on their current multi-billion-dollar status in the next chapter, and then send you on your way. In the span of 18 years, Hallmark Media has undergone a transformative journey, marked by shifts in market dynamics, innovative strides, and fluctuating revenues. Back in 2005, Hallmark commanded the greeting card realm with a hefty $4.2 billion in net revenues, a level of industry domination only seen alongside American Greetings, 2 behemoths that held a staggering 85% of market share. This era represented a zenith of sorts for traditional greeting cards, with Hallmark at its apex. However, the road for Hallmark has been anything but linear. The company's revenues, while impressive, have seen their fair share of ups and downs. From that $4.2 billion benchmark in 2005, the company's annual revenue had a moderate ascent to $5 billion by 2022. And a notable figure in this financial landscape is the revenue per employee ratio, standing at $166,000, translating to a daily income of $30.7 million, a testament to the company's operational efficiency. Now, Donald Joyce Hall Jr., grandson of Hallmark's founder and the current executive chairman, has been pivotal in steering the company through these transformative years. Joining the company in 1971, Hall Jr.'s career is a rich mosaic of roles encompassing manufacturing, customer service, product development, and sales, providing him with a holistic view of the family business. His ascent within the company is marked by key milestones, from managing Hallmark keepsake ornaments in 1993, climbing up to the role of president and CEO in 2002, and eventually transitioning to executive chairman in 2019. But Hall Jr.'s influence extends beyond corporate corridors. His engagement in the Kansas City community is notable, serving on the boards of esteemed institutions like the Nelson Atkins Museum of Art and the University of Kansas School of Business. Under his leadership, Hallmark has not only maintained its reputation for creativity and quality, but also expanded its product range and distribution channels. Therefore, Hall Jr.'s tenure at Hallmark is more than just a career, it's a continuation of a legacy. And now, we'd like to see you in the comments. Were you aware that Hallmark Cards were a family-owned business? We wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays from all of us here at Old Money Luxury. And thanks for supporting us in this, our first year as a channel. We'll see you in the community below. And cheers until next time.